Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and it's time for a positive spin. Now, today's going to seem a little unusual. Does this movie need a positive spin? We think so. The movie we're going to be talking about is The Godfather Part 3. And I'm also going to be talking a little bit about The Godfather Coda, which is a different cut of The Godfather Part 3. And this also says The Death of Michael Corleone. um, but I'll get to that later. Now, as far as the Godfather films, I probably saw the first one when I was in my early 20s. So I was definitely late to the party. But I wanted to watch it, and I wanted to watch it with friends. And it seemed like I paid a lot more attention than they did. But I guess that's just me. I got wrapped up in the film. So I watched the second one right after it by myself. Loved it. Great movie. And then it took a little bit of time. And the reason why that is because I heard people trash Godfather Part 3. Now, this does have a higher score on IMDb. It has like a 7 point something. But when you consider that compared to the 9 point something that the first two have, it's a drop off. I think people are starting to like it now, but man, you could not find a positive review on this when it came out. And for quite some time after that, to be honest. All right. So let's put a positive spin on The Godfather 3. Um, Starting right off the bat, as small as it is, they keep the font the same. And when you're watching these as a trilogy, like Joe and I did, watching them yet again, watch the first one, watch the second one, watch the third one to do positive spin, because it had been a while since I'd seen it. But you just know that you're there. You feel like you're, as weird as it sounds, it almost feels like you're home when you see the same font, when you hear that tune in the beginning. So that's important, even though this was made a lot of years later. For better or for worse, you have, and I don't know, but you do get a shot of the Twin Towers, so it does make me nostalgic. Before the horrible thing that happened to us. Um, yeah. So I mean, you do get that in the film. Who knows if they're going to eventually erase that? Who knows? Um, of course, we are reintroduced to the family, which is new among the old. And you're getting to know some new characters. And I actually like all the characters in this film. I really do. Um, the one, well, I'll get to that in a minute. They bring Johnny Fontana as a seasoned professional. Of course, Johnny is the singer from the first one, and of course, they made his career. It captures 1979 because even though this was made in the early 90s, it's set in 1979. And to me, it captures it so well because they do a very good job at keeping the continuity of time in this film. Um, Vincent Vincenzo ignites a spark which drives the storyline, which is, of course, the up and coming future Godfather. The kids, Tony and Mary, are of course pulling in opposite directions. Makes for a compelling drama, in my opinion. And this is one thing I wanted to get into now. You of course had Joe told me that Winona Ryder was originally supposed to play Mary Corleone, but they ended up with Sophia, um, the director's daughter, Coppola. And, I don't think she's that bad. Is she the greatest actress? No, but she has a certain innocence to her that I think works really well with the film itself. So, I love the family dynamic now. Of course, Michael's trying to go straight. He wants to have something for his family beyond his years. He wants to leave a legacy, and he doesn't necessarily want the legacy to be what things have been in the past. The big hit was awesome when they're in the dining room with all the guys from the families. That was awesome. The trip to Sicily was awesome with the scenery, as it is with the other films. I mean, you feel like you're in a Godfather film. A lot of people say that this film doesn't feel like a Godfather movie. I disagree. I really do. um, the confession is a great scene with Michael Corleone and the future short-timed Pope. um, Michael and Kay exploring Sicily is nice because you kind of get some tender moments between the two of them because you kind of had the feeling that they genuinely hated each other, and everything that happened in the first two films. It's nice to see them getting along. The whole story with the church is amazing, and the passing of the torch to Vincenzo is awesome. Now that's pretty much all I have written down because this movie is just one big positive in my opinion. But now, Joe and I also watched Coda, which is a different cut of The Godfather Part 3, and it's supposedly the death of Michael Corleone. Excuse me. Now this cuts out some of I think the more important stuff of the film. It kind of strips it down, but I think it does it too much. And the title itself, and I'm not trying to give anything away if you haven't seen it. I'm not telling you not to buy it. I don't want to be gatekeeping, as they say. But this is not the death of Michael Corleone. A lot of people complained about the ending of The Godfather. Me, I thought it was very fitting because if you've seen the first one, if you've seen the second one, it just makes sense to me. They actually changed the ending of this where he doesn't die. So why call it the death of Michael Corleone? Could that be figuratively? Who knows? But what I will say is see, how do I put this without sounding mean? I will probably watch this again eventually. But to be honest, if I'm going to watch the film, I'm going to watch it as he originally put it out. Because I think it's a better film with everything intact. So if that gives you any kind of um, logic on the whole Coda thing. I mean, I'm glad I saw this. I'm glad I have it. If anybody wants the digital copy, it's first come, first served, of course. You can pause it. Just let everyone know that you got it. I do like it. It's just, to me, and maybe it's because of the old school sort of thing, but I just prefer the way it was originally shot, the way it was originally written. And I think cutting out some of the film does it a little bit of a disservice. So that's just my opinion. What do you guys think about The Godfather Part 3 and The Godfather Coda? Definitely comment below and let us know. And don't forget to check out Joe's positive spin for The Godfather. And I'm pretty sure he's going to talk a little bit about this as well. Physical media matters. And until next time, peace.